Morning, folks. Welcome to Mullin It Over episode 13. We are live here at Sabaidees Coffee and Crepes, 45, what is this, South Sandusky, here in Tiffin.
Yes.
Jesse Weber joining me on the program this morning. Morning, man.
Morning.
So, thanks for getting up and bright and early with me. He was here before I was, so dedication.
Yeah, early morning.
So you actually shot me a message and said you wanted to come on, but you didn't know which one. You were like, between a couple different places, and I chose here because this is one of my favorite local spots.
Right.
You've never been here.
I have not. I like coffee a lot. I have never had a crepe in my life, so.
What? Okay, so
Never.
this is definitely a first.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an honest review, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, good. We need honesty. It's not all about yay. You got to give some honesty here. So I've got my crepe sitting in front of me. He ordered his. His is coming.
Yes.
And we got coffee. So we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But for right now, I'm going to my Facebook page, Mullin It Over, and I'm sharing the video, which I encourage you to do the same. Please, those of you just joining us, share the video. It helps to spread the word about what we're doing and spread the word about Sabaidees. So please, share the video. Right now, I'm refreshing my page, and then I'm going to find the video here, and I will share it. I encourage those of you tuning in, please do the same. So, Jesse, how do we know each other?
Basically through Level Up,
Yep.
the game store in town. I work there, and Nate's been coming in for a while, and he likes his video games. I like my video games, so
A common bond
yes,
shared between the two of us.
it's a very strong bond.
So how long have you been working at Level Up?
I've been working at Level Up for over 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, I started at the Bellevue store, and
Okay.
I came to Tiffin about 5 years ago, roughly.
Now, do you live in Bellevue? Or
No.
Did you at the time?
I did at the time. Then I moved to Tiffin when I started working there. And now I live outside of Tiffin, but still work here in Tiffin. So
Nice. All right. So that's how we know each other.
Right.
So I've been coming into Level Up ever since they opened in Tiffin. I didn't know about the Bellevue store, but when they opened a location in Tiffin, I was like, hey,
right,
trade-in store where I can go and get classic games and new games. It was a win-win for me. So I have been going in there. I'm a loyal customer, and that's how we got to know each other. And then we've also worked together on the festival a couple times.
Yeah,
like
a couple
you
times.
actually organized the Level Up tent where we had free video games for kids that came to the festival. I think 2014 was the last year we did it. So
Yeah, it was a good time.
it was a little hard to organize.
Yeah, it was hard to organize, hard to set up. To get a bunch of video games set up out there. The electricity situation was kind of, nobody's fault, but just to
Yeah.
get everything set up, it's not the best setup out there.
Well, the amenities out there were definitely not there, so we had
Yeah.
to supplement for those amenities.
Right.
We had to get generators.
Yeah.
We had to rent our own generator just for that tent so we could have those video games. So
Yeah.
we made things happen, but it took some work and some effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, you and I have worked together on a few things here and there, so obviously there's some chemistry there, a little bit of history. So now let's get to Sabaidees. So we're here, and you've never been here. Now you got your coffee. What'd you get this morning?
I have just a plain cold brew,
Plain Jane. Nothing
black.
in it?
Yep, and it is very tasty.
Very tasty.
I like it.
I like the very.
Yeah, I'm a guy who just gets kind of I like coffee a lot, but I kind of always just go plain black. I don't get a lot of extra stuff, and this is probably my new favorite.
Nice. All right, cool. So, have you ever had cold brew before this? Like, you do cold
I
brew
have.
any other place?
I don't normally get it, but especially in the summer, I'm not gonna get burning hot coffee at 9 in the morning.
Well, I did before I got here. But
Well, I did too, but I was like, no, I need to cool it down.
that's right. That's the exact same thing I did when I got here. So, you got a cold brew with no cream, no sugar. Andrea actually got a cold brew, but she just got a little cream in hers.
Yep.
And I got what's called a Carmella. This is over ice, cold. It's like a kind of a latte type thing, I guess. It's really sweet. Which reminds me, I want to ask you, how do you do your coffee? Jesse's a plain Jane kind of guy, just straight up black coffee. Hot or cold, doesn't matter, just nothing in it, just straight up black. Andrea likes a little cream, but no sugar, and I'm just too sweet. I like my sweet stuff. I got a sweet thing. I got I got a sweet tooth, so actually a few of them. So I got my coffee. The Carmela is what it's called here at Sabaidees. I highly encourage you to try it. Very tasty. So I got a few topics I want to talk about here. Obviously, Jesse Weber's our guest, and for those of you just joining us, please help us out. Share the video. It really helps to spread the word, and it helps us to reach more people. The more you share the video, the more people are going to see the video. So please, even if you're just viewing this after it already went live, share the video. It helps us out.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. I like it. All right, so we have already been here. I've got my crepe ordered. They've got theirs. I've got mine sitting in front of me, actually. A nice breakfast crepe. Look at this thing. It is delicious.
Keep smelling it.
I know. I'll dig into it here in a minute. Got my hot sauce, salt and pepper, all that good stuff. Everything you need's right here. So, Delana Ball is the owner here at Sabaidees. And I've known her since I started coming in here. She's very friendly, very personable. She's busy right now. Otherwise, she'd probably be over here talking about this place and spreading a message about Sabaidees and what she's done here since she's taken over. There's Delana. There she is. So
Mexican crepe.
So she's bringing in. Ooh, what did you get?
Nutella banana.
A banana. Ooh, look at this. Now,
Nutella banana.
Nutella banana. That looks phenomenal. And you got the Mexican?
I got the Mexican. Once I dig into it and get the,
All right. So there we go. Some crepes on a Saturday morning here at Sabaidees. I got the breakfast crepe, which is like scrambled eggs, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, sausage, onion, green pepper, good stuff. And then, of course, you got to have the hot sauce with that if you're going to go that way. So then you got the Mexican. She got the Nutella banana. There are so many different combinations you can get here, folks. Obviously, everybody knows about, the strawberries and cream crepe, all that, the real popular one. But I'm telling you, man, there are so many different combinations you can do here.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless. Just use your imagination. Anything you want to put in a crepe, you can put in a crepe.
It was a little overwhelming for me, especially never trying a crepe.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
I almost couldn't decide what I wanted to get.
For real. It is intimidating almost.
Yeah.
You have to kind of ask Delana, like, what do you suggest?
Yeah.
And then she says, what do you like? What do you like to put in your breakfast foods or whatever? So you got to kind of, maybe ask her opinion, and then she'll ask your opinion. It's kind of a process, but I'm telling you, it's worth every minute. And I've got a little sampling of the Nutella banana. That's what I went nuts over here just a second. Andrea slid over a little piece, so I'm going to have to get a little sample of that here in just a second. But I do want to encourage those of you listening, please share the video. There's a reason why I keep telling you to share the video. One, it helps spread the word. Two, there's a giveaway we're doing here in just a little bit, and I'll explain what the giveaway is, but it involves Sabaidees here. And you might want to share the video now to take advantage of it because you're going to be sharing it later anyway. So just go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Go ahead, hit that share button. So anyways, we talked about coffee and how you like to prepare it. Chime in the comments section. Let me know, what's your favorite cup of joe? How do you like to prepare your coffee? Do you like cream? Do you like sugar? Just plain Jane black coffee? Let me know. Also, we talked about Sabaidees. Sabaidees. I've been saying it wrong all along, and that's another reason why we have to clear things up here. It's Sabaidees, like buy me a cup of coffee. Sabaidees. That's how she explained it to me. So there you go. We're here at Sabaidees. We're talking about crepes, coffee. So Jesse's here with me. You got to share the video. There, we're all caught up. So now let's talk about this giveaway. I want to give away a gift card to Sabaidees because I want you to try it. If you've never tried it, or even if you have, please share the video. Anybody who likes and shares the video, you have to like the page too, obviously, but anybody who likes and shares the video will be entered into a contest to win a $10 gift certificate or gift card to Sabaidees. So if you've never tried it, this is your opportunity. This is your chance. A free crepe and drink on me. I mean, that's plenty enough to get you a crepe and a drink. Plenty. So like and share the video. Make sure you like the page, Mullin It Over, and there you go. That's the giveaway. So it's a $10 Sabaidees gift card, and I bought it. My money. This is me. I'm treating you to breakfast. So please, share the video. And realistically, what I'm trying to do here is I really want to help Delana out. recently there's been some construction going on here on the South Sandusky Bridge, and it's kind of affecting business a little bit for these businesses over here, like Rosie's and McCartan's and Sabaidees here. So what we're trying to do here is trying to help these businesses out. And with you sharing the video and telling people about what we're doing here and telling people about Sabaidees, you might get a few new people to come in here that you might not have been able to get to come in here if you hadn't shared the video. So help us out. It really does go a long way in helping these area businesses and, of course, helping me out with what we're trying to do here. So, all right, Jesse, so we had enough talking. Let's get into this stuff.
All right, let's do this.
I'm just looking at it here, and it's like, it's tempting me so bad. First things first. I said I got a sweet tooth. This is just too much. Nutella and banana.
So good.
Oh, and the bananas are fresh.
Throw some strawberries on it.
Oh my goodness. That is phenomenal, folks. Nutella and banana. That might be my new favorite. And you know, I see Chelsea just joined us. She'll be the first to tell you, I like bananas by themselves, but I'm not a big banana guy in other things. I don't like bananas in a lot of stuff, other than maybe banana nut bread. That is phenomenal. That was a perfect combination, Nutella and banana. I didn't know you went together so well, but it's definitely gonna be in my future. So, once again, I got my Carmela here, and I'm gonna dig into mine. Mine is a breakfast crepe. Once again, I got scrambled eggs, some sausage, I got a little bit of green pepper, a little bit of onion, so a nice little Western breakfast crepe. Now, most people are like, are crepes supposed to be sweet? Well, you've never been to Sabaidees, have you? This is the place to be, and the options here, like I said, are limitless. You can get whatever you want on a crepe. I mean, if I had time, well, I do have time, so I'm gonna run over and give you guys a look at the menu and some of the options. Obviously, it's gonna be backwards because of the whole camera thing, but I really want to show you some of the options that they have on the menu, because it is just unbelievable some of the things you can put on a crepe. So,
We got
the Mexican?
chicken. Yeah, the Mexican chicken, black beans, salsa.
Black beans?
Very good.
Mixed seasoning.
Home mixed seasoning. Yeah. Very, very good.
Okay, all right, that looks pretty bomb. And that's a new one. She just actually brought that out like a month ago. I saw it on her Facebook page. So, getting a little bit of a sampling here of some new stuff at Sabaidees. So here we are. I'm gonna dig into this breakfast crepe. A little more room for myself here. So the breakfast crepe with the sausage and the egg and the and the Cholula.
One of the best hot sauces.
It is the best hot sauce.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there like Frank's. I like Frank's, but you cannot beat that tanginess
Yeah.
of Cholula. It
Yeah,
does have that kick, but like that vinegary tanginess. There's a little bit of it there with the Frank's, but with Cholula, it is. When you go for breakfast food, do you put hot sauce on it? We put ketchup on it? What do you like to put on your breakfast food?
Syrup.
Yeah, syrup. I'm a big syrup guy with like maple sausage links or any kind of
Oh, yeah.
sausage links.
Oh, yeah.
Bacon. Bacon and syrup is really good. And this is weird. I like to put syrup on my scrambled eggs. Isn't that weird? Do you?
I've done it in the
Done?
past.
Maybe
I mean,
a little bit like kind of slipped under the eggs and you're like, hey, that's not too bad.
just mix everything.
I just like right over top. It's kind of a weird thing, but I like it. Oh, I don't even need that though. I got the Cholula. We're good. Delana stole the Red Hot, but like I said, we got Cholula. We're good. So, go ahead.
I gotta say real quick, you might not assume it because this is a crepe and coffee joint, but this is some of the best chicken I have ever had in my life. Right
Really?
here. Yeah. Let me find you a little
I
piece.
think they make it fresh. Like I think they make the chicken and then cut it up and put it in there. So, quality. Definitely pay attention to quality here.
You want to dig a little piece out of there?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna have to.
It's
Oh, good lord.
yeah, excellent.
Yeah, look at that, folks. And when you see the steam rising off of that, that's a good video shot right there. Man,
Very tender.
good Lord. Man, you're right. That is some high quality chicken. Let me get back into my Carmella here. All right. So I've had my sample. I'm kind of teasing you guys. I see Chelsea's pretty jealous. Sorry. You could have came. I extended the
We
invitation.
have the one more chair there.
We do have another chair. If you want to bring Isaac, you're more than welcome. Anyway, so we've had our breakfast samples here. I'll let you guys dig in. This is where I extend the invitation to you. Right now, for those of you tuning into the live broadcast, obviously those of you afterwards are not going to be able to take advantage of this, but right now, this is an Ask Me Anything session. For Jesse and I, we're extending the invitation, ask us anything. So, ask us anything about Sabaidees, ask us anything about video games, ask us anything. Chime in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think. If you got any questions about the Music and Art Festival, you got any questions about maybe some video games coming up, let me know. Chime in the comment section. I'm opening the floor to those of you out there that are tuned into the live broadcast right now. So what are you thinking, man? Like, I see you got some salsa going on there. Is this like, is this where it's at?
Yes. You know, I ordered it the Mexican as it comes, and Andrea can tell you I don't normally like beans in my Mexican food, but I was like, you know what? I like to give everything an honest chance, and it's really good. It's sometimes when I get
like beans.
Yeah, to me sometimes they're overpowering.
They are.
flavor.
They do. They take over
Yeah.
the meal sometimes, for sure.
And
that's a good point.
The chicken in this is so good to me. Like it's enough of a balance. Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
I like it. Cool.
very good.
So, Andrea, I know you didn't want to be on camera here, but I gotta ask at least. Like, I had a sample of it, and I thought it was phenomenal, and you almost devoured the whole thing already. What's your thoughts?
It's amazing.
Have you ever been here before?
I haven't actually been here, but down at the farmer's market one time when I was working for Reeves.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
got one of these. I think it was the peanut butter and jelly one that I got.
Oh, that's
And,
my favorite.
Oh, so good.
I
And this is
usually
amazing.
always get a peanut butter and jelly one after a breakfast one. 2 crepes. It's a recommendation. You gotta get your breakfast and then you gotta get your dessert, right? That's how it goes.
How meals work.
For fat guys, anyways. So here we are. You talked about that crepe, and I had a sample of it. I gotta highly recommend it. Banana and Nutella on a crepe, a little bit of powdered sugar over top. Yeah, it tantalizes the taste buds. For
Nothing
sure.
better than chocolate and banana.
See, I didn't even know that was a thing. Now I'm like, wow, how have I been missing out on this for 30 years? For real. So, anything else you guys want to add here? I mean, I've opened up the comment section for questions, and I think everybody's intimidated by asking questions. So,
Either intimidated or it's too early for
I
everyone.
think
So
that might be it.
I'm
Yeah.
still waking up myself.
Yeah, for sure. So anything else you want to talk about, Jesse? I mean, you wanted to come on here. You wanted to do this interview here, and obviously it was to try out Sabaidees and
Yeah.
Sabaidees. Gosh, I did it again. So anything else you want to talk about here, man? Like, while we got each other sitting in front of the camera, anything you want to put me on the spot about? Anything?
I mean, nothing I can think of, off
Okay.
the top of my head. I mean, you mentioned about talking about video games. That's how we know each other.
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to you about this, but I've been talking to other people. The big hot video game right now is the Crash Bandicoot remaster for PlayStation 4. Have you checked it out?
I have not.
Man, I tell you what, and I hear everybody talking about it online. It was so much easier 20 years ago. The 8-year-old Jesse Weber had a way better, easier time. I don't say better time, easier time beating those games than 28-year-olds.
Now, do you think that's a dexterity thing? Do you think when you were 8, your muscles worked a little better than they do now?
I think it's a
or-
mixture of that, and I had 12 hours a day to play them, and I don't remember. I remember
something to do with it.
beating it, and that's what but not failing for 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
But it's a really good game. I definitely recommend it to anyone that has a PlayStation 4 to check out those
All right,
games.
so there you have it. Recommendation from Jesse Weber. Check out the new Crash Bandicoot. it's the trilogy, right?
Yeah.
They released the whole trilogy on
the
one
first
game
3.
for the PS4, and I always liked the first one. I had a buddy of mine who really got into the second one. I think it was Warped, right?
The third one's
That's
Warped.
the third. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the one he really got into was Warped. Said it was one of the best games that he ever played when he was younger. And then we went and got a PS1 a while ago, and he like crashed through that whole game again. So
Crashed?
Yes, that's keyword crash. So there you have it. There's a video game recommendation from Jesse. As far as I'm concerned, like the big game that I've been playing, obviously since March, Zelda. Breath of the Wild just came out with the DLC this past week. The Master Sword Trials, and then some new outfits and some other stuff. The Traveler's Medal and all kinds of different stuff. Kind of like just fancying up the package of what they already had. And I love the game. But Jesse, have you ever played it yet?
I still have not.
You still have not played it yet. Okay, so this is where I have to be honest. I love the game. It took me a while to beat it because I didn't want to beat it. Like, I actually sat with 120 shrines for about 3 weeks because I was like, you know what, I just don't want to beat it yet. But then I finally said, you know what, it's time. Got to do it. So I beat it, and it left me wanting.
Oh, really?
Yes. You know what it left me wanting? Nostalgia. There's no dungeons that are like immense in that game.
Okay.
All the dungeons are very short. They're for people with attention deficit disorder, it feels like. It really does. Like all the shrines are very short. All the dungeons are very short. There's no real sprawling dungeons like there were back in the day, like in the older Zelda games. Twilight Princess was one of my favorite Zelda games just because it was so immense. Like there were so many different dungeons that you could explore, and they were all huge dungeons. Yeah. That's a big part of the game for me. And then beating each dungeon and finding that secret item that's linked to that dungeon, that's a big thing for me, right?
Right.
That's missing. That's not there. This new game, you find things in the wild. They're all over the place. Items, and you beat shrines, and sometimes you get a piece of clothing or something, or maybe a new weapon, but all the weapons break. And the clothing really doesn't feel that special. You have to power it up and all this other stuff.
Okay.
And then there's no like permanent items. It feels like the boomerang has lost all of its luster because now it's a real boomerang. You throw it and it just drops when it hits something. It doesn't come back to you. You know, and there's some certain things from the game that are missing for me that make me want as a Zelda fan, because I've been such a huge fan of the franchise for so long. It feels like they tried to take it in a different direction, which is good. It needed to go in a new direction, a fresh new direction. But at the same time, it felt like there's some certain things that are very important elements to Zelda games that weren't there for me. I don't know.
And, you know, I kind of feel that's the way video games have been going. And to go back to Crash Bandicoot about 20 years ago, and I feel like that's the way we're conditioned anymore with video games is it's got to be, I don't want to say easier, but it almost as it is, people
it's got to be shorter.
Yeah, the patience anymore to try. You know, I still play a lot of original Nintendo games, and while those games can be short, you can potentially beat them in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
if you're good enough. But a game like Ninja Gaiden, you know, it's
good luck.
Yeah, relentless in its difficulty, and yeah, I mean, just people today don't have that kind of patience for games. You know,
I think that's what it is. That's what it really boils down to is patience. There's really not much patience in today's video game world. But then you have games like Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean, they still make
there's equal and opposite ends of the spectrum there. So
yeah.
But anyways, Jesse, I don't want to keep you too long on a Saturday. I want to let you get out there and enjoy yourself. So anything else you want to talk about here, man?
Nothing's springing to mind. I mean,
cool.
Got some really good food, drink.
Well, we'll do a wrap up. Yeah, we'll do a wrap up of our visit here. But I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything else you wanted to mull over.
Yeah.
So, all right. I got the breakfast. You got the Mexican. You got the banana and Nutella. Give me your rating. Obviously, Delana's sitting behind us, so you got to be a little nice.
Right.
Be honest. This is an honest review.
No, for sure. Like I said, I've never had a crepe before. I might have went a little like crazy with my first time one for a Mexican one, but it's very good. I'm definitely gonna try a more common one. The breakfast one, I thought about getting something similar to what Nate got myself, you know, with like some eggs and sausage in there, but I definitely recommend this place. You can tell she puts her heart and soul into making all this stuff. She said she cold brews this coffee for 20 hours, I believe. That's some time.
That's dedication. Wow. That's like Arby's stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Like Arby's with their slow roasting roast beef, she's slow roasting the cold brew. Dedication. That is she's a connoisseur,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you will. I feel bad because I didn't get a chance to have her on camera, but I really want to thank Delana for her hospitality today. And I want to highly encourage all of you watching the video, please come down here and frequent Sabaidees Coffee and Crepes. She has some of the best coffee in town, and you're not going to find crepes anywhere else. I mean, there's nowhere else in town that sells crepes, and these are like high quality, top of the line crepes. You can put anything you want in them. And like I said, folks, right now she's dealing with construction issues out here on the bridge, which they had the same construction issues last year, if you remember correctly. So please, this is like big time of the year for her. School's out, she needs your help. Come in and help support Sabaidees. Get yourself a crepe, get yourself a coffee. Like and share the video, you got a chance to win a $10 gift card to Sabaidees, so possibly get breakfast on me. So please, help us out, like and share the video. Once again, Mullin It Over, episode 13, live from Sabaidees Coffee and Crepes, 45 South Sandusky Street here in Tiffin. Thanks again, Jesse.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, signing off. Thanks, guys.